Greetings, salutations. Hopefully, all is going well with you and yours. Man, we had a good conversation on round one with St. Clair Marine with somebody who promotes a little bit of good pressure. So, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. Encourage you to go check that out. Also, let's talk about OVC. Never too early to talk a little football season. Get y'all excited. Y'all always ready because y'all already know what's up and what it's about to be. Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does! And that might be the knockout punch.
Right, y'all, greetings, salutations again. Look, OVC opener. So, Orange Blossom opener. We'll talk about the Orange Blossom Classic. Also, a couple of things that have been going on. What's up, little baby? So, but if you have some time, go ahead, like, subscribe, all those good things. Want to definitely always encourage you to do that. Hopefully, the power does what it needs to do and what I needed to do. But if you would like to hear a little bit of the basketball conversation, again, the Rattler Boosters, always looking for a little help, always looking for some support. Check out tomorrow, 6 p.m., Hallelujah 95, round one with St. Clair Marine and myself. I gotta talk to them, see, we add my name on there somewhere. I don't know. We'll see. But we got Coach Bridget Gordon on there. She's on there for the majority of the show. She's going to talk about the upcoming basketball roster, some of the players that are coming back, and some of the different things that are going on. So, good questions though. She responds to the pressure. I'll be honest with y'all. Like, I definitely asked her. I was like, "Hey, coach, third year, college sports are where they are. How you feeling? How you do it?" And she was like, "Pressure make diamonds." Like, okay, all right. And she sounds like she intends to be back again next year. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit more in a second. But first, let me try to encourage everyone and thank those who have already done so. Look, if you have not already done so, please support FAMU track athlete Kurt Dawkins. He is the 24-25 SWAC outdoor champion. He is also going to the NCAA championships this week. They're leaving today, I think. So we are having a race to 10K. So we are trying to raise $10,000 for the FAMU track program so they can support student athletes like Kurt. Kurt is one of our students. He is from Kingston, Jamaica, meaning he's an international student. So he does not get any federal funding. So no Pell Grants, no Stafford loans. It's pretty much out of pocket for him. And he's not the only student athlete that's, if he's international, that kind of falls into that situation there. So we're trying to raise $10,000 to support the track program. And Kirk Dawkins, in particular, is one of the students that we're really trying to look out for. So if you are so inclined, scan the QR code. Again, none of this money goes to me. You will notice we do have a little support from one of our organizations who are pretty much being the conduit, meaning they're the ones collecting the funds, and they're going to make sure that Coach Garfield gets the funds. Because I can tell you right now, it's the summer, and I'm a teacher. That money will not hit my account. So we're going to make sure that I don't have to deal with any of that. Because as y'all know, there's only one time of the year I ever ask you to make a donation. And thank y'all for Hoodoo. Every year I get a little birthday donation. Thank you. So, but for this one, y'all already know we always try to support family athletes and athletics any way we can. So, any good talent? So far, Ashford, I ain't heard much, man. Not a lot, we're definitely gonna invite Cozy back though. There's a little something going on too. So look, Fang Exchange is working very heavy and lifting a lot of weight. So we're very thankful to them and what they do as the collective for Florida A&M University. And they do more than collect, but they do a lot. So but back to business of trying to entertain the people. What's up, Tamara T? Look, we got another softball player. We did lose a commit. I ain't gonna say no names, but I understood why, and it is tied to some of that stuff. But we got one, Michaela Fernandez, the outfielder. So, and I think what's that? That is Seminole State. So Seminole State College is here in Central Florida. Orlando's community college does not have sports. So Seminole State gets all the athletes. And look, this is shaping up to be a pretty good softball team. Like Coach Beal, I'm excited for you. Like I'm looking forward to it. I think she's gonna have a pretty good roster. I'm just saying, if this was on a certain website where I can make a monetary donation, I'm putting my funds on the Rattlers to repeat as regular season SWAC champions. Now, shout out to Coach Gordon. Again, I told y'all, and then look, this is another shameless plug for St. Clair. He ain't paying me for this, but you know, he blessed me when he can. But congratulations, Coach Gordon, NCAA Hall of Famer, and then Studio 9, USA Today Trailblazer Award for her work when she was a student athlete at the University of Tennessee, and she also Coach Gordon, the Olympian. So it's going to be exciting to see. Like Coach Gordon, big pressure. Congratulations, NCAA Hall of Famer. Again, and as I told y'all, go catch round one with St. Clair Moraine. We get a nice in-depth interview with her. And again, if you want to catch it, 6 o'clock, Hallelujah 95 tomorrow. Go catch that. iHeartRadio, all those good things, man. So, but FAMU basketball, pretty solid. Like I'm looking, and we got a center. Look, remember, it's official now. Like, I'm just saying, like 6'10, 6'11. Like, all right, Charlie Ward over there, bringing some kids to the highest of Seven Hills. And this one right here, Micah, we're gonna call him Ak. Like, just so I don't mess it up. So we got a guard. I'm liking it so far. Like, I mean, how much of the roster is he gonna establish from last year? Good question. But considering you got these signings coming in already, I'm here for it. So now, again, if y'all didn't see, I don't know what got into Cozy, but y'all done got on his nerves because he been on the recruiting trail. Like 2 camps this week. You got the Cozy camp coming up. And like, just say it. Now, I will say, I don't know if y'all saw what I saw. Remember, I don't know how long you've been rocking with me, but I told y'all straight up, if I was ever an athletic director at a school like Mississippi Valley State, or went on and got my PhD and became the president at a school like Valley, we would have online programs at the Yin Yang as a president. And football-wise, we are barnstorming. 4 home games. That's all you get. That's all you need. Everything else is a classic. And somebody is paying attention, because if you didn't see, the FAMU versus Valley game is going to be in Atlanta. And I'm going to give St. Clair credit, because St. Clair was thinking the same thing I was thinking. I would make this a thing. Like, I would have Valley in Atlanta, in Mobile, everywhere but Itabena. Because guess what? Ain't nobody driving up there. Like, let's be real. Like, I'm not even trying to be like disrespectful of me. Y'all know I've been there. And y'all, anytime we talk about Valley, I always tell y'all, some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. But it's the ride. And you can't fly there. It's an 8-hour ride. Y'all know them boys jumped on a bus, rode 8 hours, came to brag, got a dub, got a box of chicken after they got a shower. and then drove a road another 8 hours back on the bus. Ain't nobody got no time for that. Like, and look, it ain't even the woods, it's the Delta. Look, baby, it's the straight up Delta. When I tell you the flattest land, like, I promise you, after you pass Jackson, I don't even remember seeing a lot of trees. It's just, man, when I tell you, oh, the flashbacks. I'm gonna stop that. Like Atlanta and the chance at the Cheesecake Factory. I'm just saying though, I think this is genius because what was the attendance there last year? You know what? Y'all know me. I stand on data and I'm petty. So, matter of fact, I use Computer One to pull it up because I already got a couple things up. Oh, and I got Coach Gordon to talk about one of her recruits. I've already seen her before. She all right. She ain't amazing, but she's a girl I saw at Florida Tech. She all right. She's 6'4", forward. She was straight. The girls team. I ain't gonna lie. They got this girl called Ty Roberts. Coach Gordon, stop playing. That girl's 5'5" and a monster. She's an engineering major. Yeah. She the one. If you can get her out the portal, I ain't want to be like Coach Gordon, recruit this girl on the show. But hey, this girl name is Ty Roberts, 5'5" guard. She's a her. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna put it right here so y'all can see it. Y'all know I don't care. This girl right here, bucket. Like, straight up. Like, she's her. That girl, fire. I ain't gonna hold y'all. She's gonna be a senior this year. I don't know if she won't even play basketball no more. That girl was carrying. Like, when I say carrying, this girl was carrying. Like, I'm just telling y'all. Her teammate coming to FAMU too? I'm just saying. If it's me, we got to do that. That's got to happen. Like, that's one of the ones I'm just trying to keep. And and I can't even hear myself right now. My internet went stupid over here. So, but yeah, she is a her. So Ty Roberts, I don't know who she got to talk to, but that girl she was like one of my favorite players to watch last year. They had a couple of them though. Let me see if I can pull it up right fast because I promise you I cannot hear myself. So I literally am just talking and the internet did something and it went out. But let's see, Valley, let's pull it up right fast. So we're talking because the game is going to be at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'm telling you, I like to stand on data. You go to their website over here and look. It's not good because you can't see what I'm doing. So let me see if we can share it so you can see it too. There we go. So normally you have these little things on the websites. It'll tell you like the statistics and you can see the attendance per game. So let's see if y'all can see right fast. They only win was against FAMU. Effing shame. We talking for most home games. So 7,000. Okay. 9,000. Okay. What's that? 19. Okay. I think that was a classic. And then okay. So 9,000-10,000 per game. So that's about a sellout for them per game. I ain't mad at that. So we talking about them playing FAMU, OBC. I like that though. Playing that in Atlanta. What we got? That's a weird time for a game. Yeah, 4:00 for the OBC is a little weird. Same horrible play calling all season got us caught. That devil got us. Yay. But hey, you can't worry yourself with what's not at FAMU anymore, right? Like, if we're gonna be honest and petty at the same time, right? Like, I don't know how much of that you want to just use the blame on Joseph Henry, and how much of that you just like, you know what? At this point, it's not even worth getting mad about. He ain't coming back. So I got the other one, so I can hear myself again. Cause I was like, I don't know what they can and cannot hear. So, but I think that's a great opportunity. Financially, I think they get another at least 10,000. I think that game, OBC, I think that's a 9-10. I think we get 25. If you can get 25 or 30 in that, you're doing great. But I think the big one for that, one is advertising. Like, that's got to be a game where Valley and whoever the promoter is, because I ain't saying they're not the promoters. I ain't saying they are the promoters. But that's a game where July, you're advertising. Like, it's an October game. You want people to go and get their tickets. Like, that's a game you need to advertise ASAP. Now, I mentioned the game that is getting advertised. OBC at 4 o'clock. I ain't gonna lie. I don't disagree with you that this is a weird time, little baby. 4 p.m., but I'll say this. I was hoping for a 6 or a 7 just because it's going to be hot. Like, that's going to be a hot game. If you don't know, they have a clear bag policy. I ain't going to lie to y'all. This might be one of them games you might want to hit Mike Reed up. Like, I ain't even trying to, like, I don't even know if Mike got the package up ready yet. Like, I might have to hit him up later. And we can do a little Fangs up thing where you can get on the bus and ride. But I ain't gonna hold you. Park is like 40, $50. I believe last time I checked, if you want a decent park, like, it might be one of those just looking out situations. You just jump on the bus and ride. Because the ticket prices ain't bad though. Like right now, if you were to buy your tickets for the OBC, it's $38 to $108. I rounded up in 2 areas. It's like $37 and change. I just rounded up 38. And the other one's like 108 flat. I will say the luxury seats right now, you get some of those for $70. Like, what's up, Edwin? You know I stay in some good trouble, man. So I'm telling y'all, for OBC right now, you can get some of the seats where you can get box access for like $70-some. I think I saw a little less than that, but the sight lines might not be great. But if you want to sit in the shade, just saying. I've done the OBC. I've done it as a spectator. I've done it as media. I highly suggest, because when I did it as a spectator, we sat in the boxes. And it did rain that game, that first OBC. And we were killed. I'm just telling y'all, it's going to be hot. And if it's not hot, it's going to be raining because it's Florida. It's going to be 1 or 2. Get your box seats while they last. And I look, the OBC ain't paying me for this. I ain't getting no donations. None of this is going to nobody. I'm just telling you from some experience. Oh, and it's look, our president, I got to call him back. But president from the chapter of the year, Orlando, Patrick Gray, that's him right there. I got to call him back. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to see if we can do a bust down there. I show you my hands. I'm even-handed. I play baseball, golf, left-handed, and my mouse, left-handed mouse. So, but I'm just telling y'all, this is the game. I ain't gonna even lie and tell y'all I'm most excited about. But this is my favorite fan base to mess with. I love Howard's fan base because, yes, they're a little bougie. They are part of the black bourgeoisie. You know, they value themselves as the talented 10th. You know, if you went to FAMU or any HBCU, you know the talented 10th thing. But I think it's gonna be kind of fun though. For some reason, I thought it was going to be in July. So it was in progress when I saw this happening. And I didn't see an agenda that showed the time. Hey, just saying. OBC 4 p.m. So I will tell y'all a couple things. Y'all already know. Before we get to the game, we get to the pregame. Govern yourselves accordingly. Look, I don't care if you take the bright line. I don't care how you get there. Be hydrated. Don't show up there, look it up. Because if you drunk as a skunk, you will be on the floor. And you already know. We like Scarface. When you get that messed up, we just laugh at it. So be hydrated. Because I'm just telling you, Dallas is the vibe. You enjoyed yourself? Okay. Look, I'm telling you, look, don't get mad. 407, my adopted home. Both my homes really won because Tallahassee won chapter of the year too. Y'all know, obviously from Tallahassee. It's Tallahassee alumni. What's that? I can't say that. But yeah, bring your sunscreen. Look, I don't even know where mine is. I think it's downstairs. But I'm pretty sure we're on the shady side. But y'all know, normally pregame for OBC, they have a concert. I know it was Jermaine Dupri the other year. He was actually really good. Like, did he do that one or was it Florida Classic? I know he did a Florida Classic one year too. But normally pregame music festival solid. The Blue Boys always have a party. I never go, but I get invited, you know. But the Blue Boys always have a party. I've heard good things, you know. So, good times, man. Trying to be a Dallas Fort Worth, okay. Trying to move it to the okay. What was that? The Metroplex? I think they call it Metroplex. Anyways, but yeah. Now for this one, again, OBC parking's normally expensive, and getting to the stadium. I mean, it's not bad because it's kind of off the turnpike or the is that the turnpike? It's off the toll road. But the main thing about it is, like, I think parking be like $30-$40. And they normally like charge you via ePass. So you literally just roll through there and they charge your SunPass like $40-$50. So that thing be hurting. So definitely a game where if you can carpool, do it. Like not one of them times where you want to roll solo dolo. And partially the area too. It's not the worst, but it's a stadium. Like, so suggestions are roll with a crew, 3 or 4. If you got 4 in the car, everybody put in $10. You good. If you can bright line down there, I'm just saying that might be an idea too. But last year, Howard came off of a Celebration Bowl appearance to go 4-8. Not a good football season. But let's be honest. When they made the Celebration Bowl, they weren't the best team. Like, they weren't the best team in the MEAC that year. It was North Carolina Central until they lost their quarterback. Like, you know, I'm just saying. And look, Ed was saying some good rallies in Dallas Fort Worth. Hey, I believe it. But for this one, OBC, Howard's not a very good team. Like, and I don't know, but again, even with that and knowing that as information, I don't think that's something that you want to focus on because even though they were trash last year, we do know offensively, there's a race to 24 points. What happened? They overachieved that year. They went to the Celebration Bowl. Remember, everybody was like, FAMU North Carolina Central, the game we're getting this year is the game we've been waiting for 3 years. If you're a FAMU fan, like we always knew FAMU Jackson State in the SWAC, excuse me, and then Celebration Bowl, FAMU North Carolina Central or Jackson State North Carolina Central. Like them years South Carolina State won. Like this year, we didn't expect Chinners to do all that. Let's be real. Like I think the expectation was NCCU was going to do that. Nobody expected Howard to repeat though. And honestly, we're kind of seeing it. Now you look at the coaching staffs, it's new-ish on both sides. Howard's OC's coming back. They have a co-offensive coordinator situation. So that tells me that the head coach is probably calling plays, get a little bit of Willie Simmons-ish. But the defensive coordinator did not come back. Now, FAMU, everybody's new. So that tells you what? Well, again, it's a race to 24 points. We don't know what we're going to see FAMU offensively. And if you look at the last 2 games of the season, I don't think it tells you a lot. Like, we kind of see, obviously, after the Valley game, Joseph Henry. Yeah, bro. You can hand me them keys now. Bro, you ain't doing this no more. Yeah, Cozy snatched them keys. and made him play A-B coaching wise. And we saw Burris finally step up in that first game back. Very run oriented. And then you get to the Florida Classic, where as much as Cozy said, hey, we're really going to run the ball. You ran the ball. You had a 3-headed monster, but you still threw the ball quite a bit. I think you actually expanded the offense a bit. So I think if you're Howard, you don't really know what you're going to see. You didn't get to see any film from a spring game. So the first half is going to be interesting because you have a defensive coordinator who wasn't here last year, first year there, doesn't really have great film to look at, doesn't have a bunch of tendencies to look at. So if you're scouting FAMU offensively, it's a lot of WTF. And same thing defensively. Because you go over there looking, let's be honest, FAMU's defense was mid at best. And you still had 7 wins. Like, the level of mid this team was, and to get 7 wins is amazing. Because there's a lot of mid. Like, are y'all good? We had the potential to be great. But the offensive play calling was lacking. And defensively, it's kind of boring. Very vanilla. So, and you get one corner that was a shutdown corner. And on the other side, might be good, might be bad, depending on what date, where the play was, and what half it was. Like, sometimes he's playing like he's the next great thing. Other things, he's unplayable. So it was amazing. It's going to be interesting to see, though. And look, 7th in the conference, says mid. This is why we should have won more than we did. Should have beat Jackson. I'm going to leave that alone. Probably could have beat Prairie View. You're a quarterback away on that one. Just saying. Yeah, we're not going. That was last season. Should have beat Valley at home. Them boys rode a bus 8 hours, came to Tallahassee in our street. Anyways, I digress. So I think on both sides, offensively, you kind of know what Howard is. Howard is you would think, especially when you consider Edgerrin James' son is still on the team. So Eden James, last time I checked, I didn't see you hit the transfer portal. We could have beat Troy. But you would think this team would be kind of run heavy. Nah. It's a pass heavy offense. And that is interesting. Because just me personally, I don't understand where you have that kind of advantage. Because for me, with a passing offenses move the ball faster, but running is always safer. And when you have an offense that struggles to score, we do know you tend to want to throw the ball to try to make up the difference. But will they have the athletes? And that's an honest question, because just go back and look at the Celebration Bowl. I think that's a great example of not what you're going to see, but the difference in talent. Let's be honest. The Celebration Bowl, you try to throw that game. That was can we call a spade a spade? Musa didn't have a great game. You won in spite of some of the stuff. Kelvin Dean's the MVP. But man, that Celebration Bowl could have easily went the other way. Now we won. But still, that could have went a whole different way. And I'm thinking this year, one of the things when I just looked at, I don't know if y'all saw the same thing I saw. One in that Celebration Bowl. I think Lil Baby asked what happened. They lost their best offensive lineman. Remember that? I think it was a left tackle from Howard. That brother was 6'7", about 340. And if he wasn't 340, he was a hot pot pie away from being 350. Buddy was big. No diddy. They lost a massive offensive line and an offensive line that was really able to dominate. I think coming in this game, my first question is just going to be the same question of a Florida person got. You fast? And if you fast, are you Florida fast? Who we all know is the difference. Like, we joke and say you can throw a rock and hit somebody fast in Florida. You can literally just throw something out there and roll and be like, I'm just saying. Hold up, Marvin. Man, you ain't missed too much. Talk about our interview with Coach Pressure with St. Clair Moraine. Hallelujah 95. Catch that tomorrow. Talked about the basketball signees that we got, softball player that's committed, and then we just talked about OBC. So, and then kind of look back, just gave you out a game on be hydrated. It's going to be hot. Quick recap there. Talked about ticket prices, 38 to 108 right now. And some of the box seats are in the 70s. I'm telling y'all again, box seats at OBC are worth it. So just saying. Now, all the box seats don't come with food. Some of the box seats, you just have a box and you can go in air condition. You can buy more food. But some of the boxes come with food. Govern yourselves accordingly. Let your wallet be your guide. But just saying, just for the air conditioning is worth it. So I see you, Jeremiah. And then, so yeah. But again, going back to the game, this is a game where FAMU should win. I would be very disappointed if FAMU doesn't win this game. I'll say this. If FAMU don't win this game, heads are gonna roll. It ain't gonna be the don't come back home the next day game, but it's gonna be that game where end of the season, it's gonna be an uncomfortable conversation. Like, it's gonna be one of those, if you can find $3 million to pay Marva, you can find $100,000 to pay Colsey type conversation. Like, that's gonna be the vibe. Like, I'm just telling y'all right now. Like, that's the first one. I give myself 3. That's it. But I'm just saying. So for this one, FAMU should win. Why? Well, I want to look at what Howard brought in. They ain't brought in what FAMU brought in, and they're not bringing in what FAMU's bringing in. Like that, and that's not even like trying to be disrespectful to the talent. That's just, I think if we're being honest with ourselves, there's levels to this and there's tiers to this. So, like, I think at the top tier of recruiting HBCU sports is Jackson State and FAMU. I think Jackson State was a little ahead of us for a while. I think FAMU caught up. But to be honest with you, Marvin, you're talking about a team that was 4-8 last year that struggled to score more than 21 points in most of their games. Like, they scored more than 21 points or more in 4 games. In 3 of those games of that 20, that they scored more than 21 3 times. So this isn't a high-powered offense, but they like to throw the ball. So what does that tell me? As a person defensively, I want to see our corners lock them up. Like, I ain't even gonna go to the offense. I'm gonna come back to the FAMU offense, but defensively, lock them up. Look, I ain't gonna even lie, Cozy. I want that FSU Mickey Andrews defense. Like, respectfully, lock them up. I want to see some press coverage. I want them to show me that they can beat us. Like, and that's probably just a little bit of my Florida confidence. Like, I had a kid try me earlier this year, and he was like trying to be funny. I hawked him down, and he was like, "You old, you an unk," and I said, "An unk will hawk you down." Like, don't play with me. I'm still from Florida. Like, on Florida, I think our DBs. I'm with you, little baby. I think our DBs should show up. And I honestly haven't seen them replenish that offensive line. Like, Howard's niche. We don't say niche. We say niche. I stole that from Sean Corey Carter. So niche was really their offensive line. Their offensive line was massive, like some maulers. And I think that's going to be where every football game is. Like it's the laziest thing for us to say, but it's always true. The game is won at the line. And the question is going to be, can Howard's offensive line do two things? Can they handle the heat? Like, first and foremost, because hopefully, for their sake, they got some Gatorade, pickle juice, whatever. Because that heat going to be something else. And the heat attacks the big guys. It attacks everybody. But after that, 100 degrees for a couple hours, it hit different, especially when you're not used to this Florida heat and this Florida humidity. I think that's going to be a big thing, because what you're going to want to do is, if you're FAMU, is lock up the DBs on the receivers, but have your rotation going for your defensive line. Like, you want to rotate defensive line players so you can keep them fresh, because the benefit of defensive line versus offensive line depends so much more on continuity. You need to know where the guy next to you is going to be. Whereas defensive line, you can out-athlete somebody more than you can out-think people. And I can out-muscle you. Offensive line, there's a lot more mental game going on. And I'm not trying to say that D linemen are stupid. But what I'm saying is, on the defensive line, it's a lot more react to the ball. Offensive line is a lot more technique and where you're at, where you're supposed to be. I think FAMU can do something there. And you start looking at some of the recruits we brought in. I agree with a lot of y'all where you have questions about defensive line, because we're comparing them to what you had with General Hunt and Isaiah Land and Anthony Dunn. And you're really saying, like, yo, we had a really strong D-line. Like, what is it going to look like in this manifestation of what FAMU is going to be? I think it's going to be solid. I think it's going to be better than it was last year. I think part of it is going to be depth. But I think FAMU's defensive line is going to create situations in which we're going to force Howard to run the ball. Now, the thing is, they got a good running back. Is he the fastest? He was not a few years ago. But let's be honest, if they have to throw the ball, I think our DBs win that. And that's not a slight on Howard's receivers. You can show this in the pregame, because what you're going to definitely hear is, I think FAMU has better defensive backs than Howard's receivers. I think 1-to-1, FAMU wins that matchup. But I also think Howard has college-level defensive backs and receivers. So that way you can put that caveat out there. If you're gonna make it bulletin board material, tell the whole story. Don't edit it. Don't cut it. No. Straight, no chaser. Don't lie on me. Say, oh, he don't even respect y'all. That's a lie. I respect you. I just think my hand's better than your hand. And I think when we're on the table playing the game, I think I got a few more cards than you. That's just it. So I think FAMU's defensive line is going to be something. This is something defensively. And I started on defense. I'm going to go back to offense, because I don't really know we got a quarterback. Just keep it a bean. Linebacker is going to be special. If you can stay healthy, because you got Jenkins, and I said Jenkins, like the barbecue joint in Jacksonville. I think Nayron, if Nayron's 2 inches taller, he might not even be at FAMU. I think that other boy from USF, can he get healthy? If he can get healthy, and I'll be honest with y'all, if I'm Colsey, I probably don't play him in the first game. I give him like 3-4 games before I even pull that card out. Like, I'm making sure that leg is really good, because I'm thinking, man, he's a good coming in fresh. By game 3, you started conference. Ooh, I mean, maybe let him get a couple reps in. But I'm just saying, I think FAMU's linebacker room is going to be different this season. I think that might be your best position group. Just looking from 10,000 feet away, I think FAMU's linebacker room is going to be your best room. But I think DB's on. I'm calling 2 picks. You're going to take one to the house. Now, offensively, this is going to be interesting. Like, your running backs, you want them to stay healthy. Because Thad Franklin is back in Miami playing in the stadium where he played when he was at the U. Y'all don't think he got a little chip on the shoulder right there? Y'all don't think he's going to want to show out? And again, speaking of FAMU's offense, you already know Colsey done said he act like ludicrous. You better run, Forrest, run. Like, just saying. He wants to run the ball. And I think early on in this game, and I think as the season progresses, what you're going to see from FAMU is it's going to be an offense that at the beginning of the season is very run dominant. Like, we want to run the ball. We've recruited this offensive line to be very deep. But we also got a quarterback that 4, 5 that need to learn the system. You think day one they're going to know the system that great? They might. But I'm just saying. Look, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to be the starter? You got 6-7. Like, you got to find a quarterback. I think you got one. I think it's a 3-man race. I'll say that. But I think even with that, you got 4 running backs. Like, you're 4 backs deep. Like, that's starting. But then, well, y'all ain't even talking about my boy. Like, I'm just saying. You know, y'all talk greasy about my boy. My boy on the track this year. He getting fast. He ain't getting caught from behind no more. I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there. And that's on Colsey. I can't put on Larry no more. And I ain't putting nothing on Marvel. That's 2. I'm sorry. Look. Anything bad happen though? Oh, that's on Marvel. That's 3. She is going to be the scapegoat for everything. I promise you. Like, oh, we lost. Man, that's on her. That ain't even on Coach, man. That's on her. They should have brought her over here, man. Like, man, ever since she got here, they started losing. Like, bruh. Like, I promise you. Every bad thing. Like, she the scapegoat, like some of y'all baby mamas. Like, that's on that wig. Oh my goodness. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I be messing with my daughter. Like, yeah, I blame your mama. Why? That's a convenient scapegoat. And she be like, really, Dad? I'm like, hey, I mean, I can take responsibility, or I can just be honest and say she's a convenient scapegoat. I literally say that. She laughed. She like, you are so funny. You so wrong. I'm like, hey, at least I'm honest enough to tell you she's a scapegoat. Some folks just be over there blaming their baby daddies and blaming mamas, and it don't even be their fault. They be lying to their kids. I'm gonna tell you straight up, she a convenient scapegoat. Like, so my convenient scapegoat, she's married to a noob. Anyways, but honestly, back to football. And that was my 3. I can't say it no more. But honestly, I really think this game is going to be won offensively. I think FAMU scores about, say, 31, might be 34. Like, if I was having to do like a line type vibe on this game, I think FAMU is going to get above or go over 24 points for this game. Just because I think later on at the end of the game, the Sun wins. Like, because by the third quarter halftime, the Sun ought to start going down. But if we're doing this right, Howard is in the sunshine during this game. Like, this is our classic. I hate to tell you. Like, it's the Orange Blossom Classic. The colors for the Orange Blossom Classic are orange and green. Look, y'all don't want to put that lady in the sun. No, let me stop. Because I'm looking at the word, and y'all know plastic melts in the heat. Unless you get it from Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve got the good ones. Y'all better get it from IWE Steve. He got the good ones. Like, y'all get it from the other companies. They fugazi. But just saying. Florida Heat, undefeated. And that's why I think with FAMU's offensive line, the speed you have, the talent you brought in, and the Heat, it ain't FAMU by 40. But I got FAMU by 10. I say 10. Like, that's what I'm saying. The heat and humidity, like, because it's Florida. And unless you have sideline fans, the cooling benches going, it's not a good look. Especially when you're talking about, and this is the reason I say I really think total, kind of wrapping this game up. We're gonna settle on a final score. I think I already gave a hint. Let me see. 34. So let me see. That was kind of high. Ew. Oh well, y'all can't see that. You ain't worried about it. So 34. So I got FAMU on 34. Howard struggled to score more than 21 points most of the season. I don't think this was any different. They had a couple of ones. I'm gonna say 34-20. I think FAMU wins this game, but I think the March of 100 goes out there, applies B2A at halftime, and then after the 100 is done, and they done blowed out and ignored Howard's band, then I think the Rattlers pull away. Because I think if you kind of looking at the first half, if you're going quarter by quarter, I think it's a slow-paced game in the first quarter. I'm going to go 10-7 Howard. I think they get an early lead. They start smelling themselves. I think second quarter, that's when we get that 20-10. Then third, fourth quarter, I think FAMU puts it away. So halftime, I think it's 20-10. Fourth quarter, you get 7. Third quarter, you get 7. That's 14. 34-20. So that's my score. Write it down, mark it. Y'all know next season, this season actually now, we're going to do the pick'ems again. Just to let you know. Just to remind you. I'm like John Cena. The champ is here. Like if you was using your contributions and following my selections last season, I didn't play the over under. I was straight up. Oh, you was a winner. Like 2-time champion. The Fangs Up podcast. I've been winning the BCSN championship for the Pick'ems. And I defended FAMU because I beat She Loves Crazy. Like, I held it down, baby. So just letting you know, for this one, 34-20, FAMU goes down to the MIA 305, gets the win. The Blue Boys are gonna have a party. I don't even know where the cap party at. I just want to walk by. I don't even really need to come through and get no noob juice. I just want to see where the party's at. The dog's gonna be frying. They're gonna make some chicken. Y'all let us know though, because I've been hearing y'all throw down on the chicken. But 34-20, gonna be some fun times. Normally, there's a battle of the bands. We'll get the whole schedule out there. That normally has the University of Miami. And I'm gonna give y'all this friendly tip. Don't forget, hotels might be a little expensive that weekend because UM is playing Notre Dame that weekend too. So give y'all a friendly tip. If you're driving, Broward County's not far away. I'm just saying, you ain't got to stay in Miami proper because the stadium's barely in Miami. It's not even in the city of Miami. It's in Miami Gardens. So last time we went, then we stayed in Lauderdale. And it was the Embassy Suites. Bruh. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. The room could use a little updating. But everything else, fire. It was amazing. They had the breakfast. They had little cookies for you and everything. It was all right. It was all right. Like the one we stayed before, we stayed in Dania Beach. Yeah. Like, little baby, exactly. That's what I'm telling y'all. This right here screams Mike Road Dog special. Look, if you coming from Tampa, and I don't even know, might want to make a stop in Orlando. But Mike, if you want to hit Orlando and pick us up, let me know, because I will gladly jump on that bus. Like, just saying, do a little ride Tampa, stop in Orlando, go to Miami, go on pick us up. Because look, if them hotel prices get too bad, look, I might be watching this boy from the house like y'all. I'm just saying, it's probably for that weekend, you probably talking just hotel, and you mess around and do a rental car. And don't be surprised you drop 500. Normally, OBC ain't gonna hold y'all. I got away with 220, 250, like with the wife and the kids. Like went David Buster's and all, barely spent $300. Like, hey y'all, let's go have some fun. Make this a family trip. I've done that trip for $300 from Orlando. Granted, I didn't do a rental car. I drove my sport, drove my baby. But just telling y'all, if you catch Bright Line down there and find you a Uber to the hotel, that might be cheaper than some of the other stuff. So we're gonna see though. But yeah, that's my first game, man. As y'all know, little baby said I'll be at the house. If there's a game, I'll try to go. It's the Florida Classic. I ain't mad at you. That's got to go to that one. Need a 407. Like, and we're playing Atlanta for the Valley game. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Real quietly, if OBC get too outrageous, it's gonna be a lot of y'all in Atlanta. Like, I need to see what all's going on there. Let's see. I love the vibe of Mike. That's me, Marvin. Like, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't even go to like the pregame stuff. When I go there, it's literally like work the whole time. But the vibe is always right. Like, the best thing about the OBC, to me, the OBC has the best vibe. I think it's better than the Classic. That's just me. Like, and look, some of y'all may get mad. I think the Classic is better because it's FAMU and Cookman. But we just talking about pure off the vibes and like the good time. OBC is the best. Like, and that was quick. Like, OBC, the outside of the stadium, it is pristine. It looks nice. Like, it's just the neighborhood around. Like, they didn't did the area around the stadium, and I mean the stadium footprint, to where it looks nice. Now, once you get off the footprint, it is what it is. But I think the OBC quietly is my favorite. Just feels. Celebration Bowl was straight too, but it was kind of like, it was like wet and cold. Meh. Inside was right though. I currently have many people interested in going to the games in Atlanta and Baton Rouge. Okay, Mike. Hey, let them know. Promo code Fangs up. I ain't gonna lie. I've been to Baton Rouge before. I don't know how y'all getting there though. Y'all doing a bus? I don't know. I've done Baton Rouge though. That is one of my favorite trips though. That was one of my favorite childhood trips. Shout out to my honestly, my mom. I know you watch your mom, cousin Pam. They got to Glory with us. But we went to LSU. We went to Southern. I think Southern still had Lacumba when we were there too. Like, it was fire. Like, Southern, high key. Every SWAC fan needs to go to Southern. On me. I'm gonna say that. But Atlanta, we're gonna see. Yeah, Marvin, that was my thing. Like, outside the stadium, trash. Inside the stadium, though. Oh yeah, Celebration Bowl. So, all right. Before we head out, because somebody said I should do like best presidents. I can't do that. It's not great on content. But best games, and we're gonna kind of go through this. Number one, like overall everything, quietly, Florida Classic is like number one best everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the OBC second. Like, OBC, like, off the vibe, and considering it's not like an actual rivalry, OBC's there. I'm gonna tell you, Celebration Bowl is third though. Celebration Bowl, what makes the Celebration Bowl so amazing is you get a luxury experience for a great price. Like, the food is fire, all the concessions are cheap. Like, I hate to tell you, like, you might spend OBC, you're gonna spend more, and get a little less. Florida Classic, it's just everything going on. But you know what you're going to get. Celebration Bowl, splurge. Pay a little more. Because at the concession stands, you can walk in there with a 20 and leave with change. I'm just saying. You know, Mike says BCU is playing Willie at FIU on Friday night. We play Howard on Saturday, and Miami hosts Notre Dame on Sunday. That's a pretty nice weekend. That's a long weekend, Doc. I'm gonna let y'all have that. That Sunday one, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not even mad at OVC's not on Sunday this year. I kind of like that. But I do. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see what that Friday looked like. Depending on what it looked like, and if my coins look like something, that might be a weekend, half a weekend. I have no interest in. I don't support private schools in the first place. So, but I ain't gonna lie to y'all. For my 3 classics or 2 classics and a Celebration Bowl, I think if you hadn't been to the OBC, go to the OBC. And I'm gonna tell you this again. Cheat code from experience. I ain't telling you what somebody told me. I ain't telling you from what I seen. I'm telling you from what I've been through. Get the box seats. It's worth it. For the OBC, it's worth it. For the I didn't do it at the Celebration Bowl. I was in the press box, and their press box is fire. Florida Classic, I think the press seating is over. I think the box seating is overrated. I'm just saying, I think it's really nice, but if you compare the Citrus Bowl to Hard Rock Stadium, spend your extra coins, do the box seats at Hard Rock Stadium. It's a completely better thing. It's really nice. You feel it. Like it's, you go to the Classic and you can feel it's bougie. Like you go here and like, oh yeah, I'm hearing the wine and cheese, this is nice. You ain't got these type vibe. Not in Miami. You go there and you're like, this is luxury seats. It's nice. You can go back there. They got the charcuterie board stations. They got the other boxes. Like, I'm telling you, the first game, if you're going to do box seats, this is the box seat game. Like, so for the OBC, they ain't paying me to say this either. This is the game where you get the box seats. Florida Classic, I wouldn't do it. That's just me personally. I wouldn't do it. I would do boxing for the Classic. Unless you just kind of want, I feel like you miss something by not being in the stands. I think just the halftime show is worth sitting out there with the masses. But for the OBC, especially consider Howard's band is trash. Get the box seats. You'll thank me later. All right, y'all. For everybody at HBCU Digital Network, man, look, appreciate, we've been missing the Black Techies, but, Herb's been doing his thing, man. Look, catch us. We're going to do it Sunday. I got a little line picnic, but still, we're going to do it Sunday. We're going to talk about that second game of the season. I believe it's Albany State. So, kind of let y'all know. I ain't going to lie. Box seats and Brags ain't worth it. It's just Mets. Don't do it to yourself. Just get your season tickets. We need that. But the box seats at Bragg? Nah, I'm going to stop right there. I wouldn't even do North End Zone. I've done that before. So I bet Mike. But no, Bragg, you got to sit in the stands. Club Bragg is Club Bragg. Like, and we got the lights now. Like, we just don't play with it. All right, y'all. So again, Sunday, we're going to talk about that second game of the season. And I'll tell y'all where to be at, where to get there. And might even talk, maybe the local food spot to hit up, man. We're going to try, homecoming. We're going to try to bring Gerald. So I'm going to call Gerald, maybe bring some other friends, see if they can talk about the Florida Classic, all those, but especially homecoming. See what a place to be at and see what game to go to the flight. Y'all, look, drop in the comments. Drop in the comments. What game do we go to the flight? So, 2025. All right, I'm a local. I don't play. I don't club. tell y'all straight up, we're going to the flight this year. One time. I've done the moon, mid. We're going to the flight. So what game? I'm not doing homecoming, but what game are we going to the flight? Y'all drop the chat. Let us know. Look, we're going to the flight this year. One time for the one time. So we can say we're doing it. We're going to get some wings, going to see some friends, and go get some things. It's going to be some fun this year. And it's going to be an epic year for all FAMUers because y'all already know what's up, what it's always going to be. Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it?